Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Sologenic Solo token. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to check that out in the top right hand corner of the video. Now, jumping into the daily chart, you can see that we do have this support trend line over here sitting at 42 cents. Now, this is a line that I would like to see held, because if we start losing that, then I do think we have the potential to come back all the way down here to 32-ish cents, around about this zone over here. I'm going to give you a little buy zone over here. So anywhere from here to there, plus you do have the buy zones from the previous videos, but I do think if we start losing that trend line, we might as well come all the way down here to this zone. Anywhere from 35.5 cents to 30 cents is a great buying zone for the Solo token. Now, it is getting listed on a lot of exchanges, so I do think once the bull market gets underway and we do have the next leg up with Bitcoin, I do think Sologenic will follow soon after. But as you can see, we did run into the 20 EMA over here on the daily chart, which is the yellow line. The red line is the 55 EMA and the purple line is the 200 EMA. So these EMAs will give you support and resistance levels. So since we are below them, they are a resistance level, and once we get above them, they will be support levels. Now, the gap in between the 20 and the 55 EMA is really large over here. So this means that we can expect a strong move to the upside in the coming weeks, because you can see that once you had a gap in between the EMAs over here, it was the exact opposite. Actually, we were sitting at all-time high prices. We were far away from the 20 EMA on the daily chart. We saw a strong pullback. Obviously, Bitcoin did correct, but Bitcoin will support us with this next move as well. So if Bitcoin goes up, all the altcoins obviously will follow. So I do think this 42 cents price is a great entry for the Solo tokens. If you have been buying at these all-time high prices, it is only it's only smart that you dollar cost average in at these lower prices, because if you bought a bunch of tokens on $5 at $6, then you should probably buy a ton more on 42 cents. Now, the 55 EMA can act as a resistance level over here, so coming all the way up to $1.10 is a great resistance point. This does give us an opportunity to have a nice swing trade over here, or a take profit zone, regardless of what you want to do. But 133.5% is a great move in my opinion, all the way to the 55 EMA. And we need to get that bullish cross going, guys. We need that bullish cross for the confirmation of the uptrend. So when the 20 will cross the 55, at that point, the price will be above the 55, and I would assume above the 200 EMA, which is currently sitting at $1.44. So that would be your confirmation, and that's something to look for. So right now, it's a great entry point for the Solo token. I would be dollar cost averaging into it right now if I wanted to be buying into the project. Now, let's take a look at the daily RSI and the daily stochastic. So you can see that we are in the overbought right now on the daily stochastic. And I do think once we start coming back down lower over here, we can actually bounce off this black trend line that I have on the chart at 42 cents. Now, the stochastic, as you can see, is a great indicator to spot the local bottom and the local highs for the short term, because as you can see, you peaked out over here, but on the relative strength index, you're nowhere near the overbought here, because that would put you above the index of 70, and you're still relatively low on the RSI. So this tells me that it's still a good entry regardless of the stochastic being on the overbought. You can always wait for it to start reversing and going into the oversold zone below the index of 20 over here, but you never know if it's going to get there before the next leg up, obviously. You can see that if you start coming back down, things like this can happen, where you do have a trend reversal midway through, and that will send you back into the overbought zone. So that's something to look out for. And obviously, we are waiting for a major tier 1 listing very soon. Some people are hoping for Binance. They did talk about the Binance listing relatively I think back a month ago or something, or a month and a half ago, they did talk about the Binance listing. The Binance exchange did support the Solo airdrop, so it's just a matter of time before it gets listed on the Binance exchange. And obviously, once that happens, you can expect large wicks across all exchanges, and perhaps even getting above the all-time high here at $8.40 basically. So that's something to look out for as well. Now, jumping into the 4-hourly chart, you can see that the chart is a bit screwed up over here on Probit Global. You can see that some of the candles aren't appearing correctly. But what is happening right now is we did have a bearish cross where the 20 EMA crossed below the 55. And this is a bearish signal for the short to midterm. This means, well, usually once we get the bearish crosses, we do tend to see moves to the downside. And right now, as you can see, we're trying to find our local bottom over here. We're sitting at 45 cents currently. So like I said, the support trend lines that I gave you, those should hold. As you can see, a lot of selling pressure during this 4-hour candle over here. And let's open up the oscillator. So on the oscillators, as you can see, we are just now recovering from the oversold zone over here. And you can see that we're potentially having a trend reversal right now because we are potentially, as you can see, creating that bearish cross and moving back down into the oversold zone. So on the 4-hourly, great entry points right now. And overall, the Sologenic token hasn't started the recovery phase as of yet, so it really doesn't matter if it drops a bit more or not. Dollar cost averaging right now would be very smart. The RSI is neutral, as you can see, no sudden movements to the upside nor to the downside. So based on the 4-hourly, you can still enter right now, but we potentially can get a bit lower because we just had the bearish cross. And plus, if Bitcoin does end up rolling a bit harder and gets below 40K once again, we may potentially see the Sologenic token get back below 40 cents as well. So that's pretty much it, guys. If I missed out anything on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to leave a like on this video. I basically never ask for likes, but it does seem some of the crypto content is being shadow banned on YouTube. I do see it because some of the videos don't do as well as some of the others. But yeah, just feel free to leave a like and comment below whatever you want, guys, to see in the next update. It does support the channel. Obviously, feel free to follow me on Twitter. I do post technical analysis in there. We have a great Telegram chat with an incredible community that will help all the newcomers. So if you have any questions, feel free to join and ask away, as well as a Discord server where you can stay up to date with the latest crypto news. You can ask for technical analysis in there. And we do have a main chat and resources chat and a staking chat with an NFT chat, a lot of different chats, which are very useful for the newcomers especially. But also make sure to check out the Patreon. It's a great way to support me and a great way for me to give back to those who support me. A lot extra content is in there. We have around about 60 posts in there per month. So feel free to check that out. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.